Hello and welcome to Wisdom Bites. Hope you're well. Thank you once again for joining us. Much appreciated. Now in today's video, I will be showing you exactly what's been happening with the Bitcoin price over the last 2 weeks, and also where I think the Bitcoin price is heading in the short and medium term, and why there is some real dangers ahead in the next few days. And if that sounds interesting, without further ado, let's get cracking. Okay, we'll start off with the chart that's right in front of us here. This is the chart I've been showing you for the last 2 to 3 weeks, and we've been saying all along that these are the targets that we are going to be looking at. So we set this target about, what was it, 5-6 weeks ago altogether, I think. And so we followed this pattern here from back here in May. So this pattern, we said, is going to repeat itself over here. And if you've been watching my videos, you'll realize that virtually every single movement of the chart was predicted by us, not by me, but by the chart itself. So we've just been following the chart. And what's happened is that when it came to the 10,300, I said that we're going to have this big parabolic rise here, simply because we had one here, and there was this one here, and the chart pattern was telling us that we're going to have another one. And lo and behold, we've had this now just in the last week or two. Now, the interesting thing is that we had these targets, the 11.1, which I said was going to be the first target we're going to meet resistance. And then we had our second target at 12,000. The third target was at 12,500, and the final target of 13,200 before this movement back down to the red channel support line here. So this is basically what we were expecting. Now, the interesting thing is, are we going to do this sideways movement up here? Well, only time will tell. All I can say is that what I've been doing, and I've been telling you all along, that with my trading, I'm going to be taking 25% profits here, another 25% there, and the rest at 13,200. Well, we met our target. It went to about 13,250 in the evening here in the UK. So I'm out of my positions here. That doesn't mean that the price can't go higher. Obviously, everything is possible, but I'm sticking to my strategy. Now, the thing to think about here is that we've had this parabolic rise, and we need to know whereabouts this market is going. And we're going to have a look at a few indicators that tell us which direction the price could actually go. So the first thing I want to say is that in my understanding of these charts here, we seem to be coming across this very strong resistance now at this top of the red channel. Of course, look, it goes through the red channel, but then it comes back down here. So the expectation for me anyway is that there is a very high probability that we've topped out here. That doesn't mean we can't go much higher, but the reason why I think we've topped out here, I'm going to tell you in the next few minutes. The first one is that I'm going to show you the weekly chart and tell you exactly what I see there. And at the end of the day, you have to make up your own mind. Nobody's got a crystal ball. I can't say that it's not going to go much higher or lower, or where it's going to go. My understanding is that in the next few days, especially before Sunday, I think the price of Bitcoin is actually going to do this. It's going to come back, and actually before Sunday, this is my thinking, with a high degree of probability in my mind, I'm thinking that price is going to retrace below the 12,000. Why do I say that? Well, let me show you something. It doesn't have to come true, but this is the emphasis I'm putting on this, and this is what I'm thinking, and you have to watch other people's videos and come to your own conclusions, and maybe use my knowledge and my analysis here as part and parcel of a group of, or a basket of other videos that you watch, and then come to your own conclusion. So what do you see here on this chart? It's very clear for those of you who can see. There is a candle here, which is just the current candle, obviously, and it's above this white line. Why did I draw this white line? Well, let's go back to 2017. There's a cluster of about 6 candles above the white line. The interesting thing is, if you look along the white line here, we've not had one candle closing above this white line since this cluster here. Have a look. Until now. Now we've got this candle here. It's not obviously closed because this is a weekly chart. Please remember that. So the question you have to ask yourself is, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 attempts at closing above this white line. This is the 11th attempt. Are we going to close this candle above 12,000 for the first time in 3 years before Sunday, on Sunday, sorry? Are we going to do that? Well, only time will tell. My understanding is that we're coming up to this peak here. Let me just say it's at 13,200. Why did I actually predict this 13,200? Remember, we've had this target now for about, well, the last 4 or 5 weeks. And I said that it's more than likely going to top out at 13,200. That's when the price was at 10,000 to 10,300. So why did I pick that? Well, if you look left here, you'll see this candle here, this one. It's exactly, I'll just draw it actually for you, look, there. It's right at the peak, look. We've come right to the top peak of that. Is that going to be the peak? If we zoom in, I think we can see it a little bit better. So let me just zoom in and redraw that again for you closer. So this is where we're at now. This is the white line, that's at 12,000. And as you can see quite clearly here, we've not had any closes in the last 3 years. Let me go back to here. We've had no closes here apart from here 3 years ago. So this is where we're at. That's the 13,200 we reached on 8th of July 2019. That's where I thought we were going to peak. And look at this, right to the dollar, we've gone right to that top. So I'm out of my positions now with this. The reason for that is that if, let's say, the market, please remember, nobody knows the future. We can only go by what's in the charts, and what I can see is what I'm telling you. This is just me passing on what I know. I don't know everything. Everybody has limited knowledge, but I can give you the reasons why I'm thinking like this. Simply because if you look at the Bitcoin prices and the history, you normally find that when it breaks resistance and support, like this is a very strong resistance now, if it does go up to higher levels, let's say it goes from there, which I'm not expecting, but if it does, it goes up to 14, 15,000. Am I going to chase this price up here? That's the question. And the answer is a categoric no. I'm very happy for the price to keep going up here, knowing fully well, using my emotional intelligence, using my experience, using my calmness and relaxation, that having had a look at the Bitcoin charts over the last 3 years, it has a habit that when it breaks these resistance lines, always let it go, because the very high probability is, no guarantees, but a very high probability that it will always come back to retest that resistance. So you will get another chance, or I'm believing that I will get another opportunity here. But what it will do is it will confirm this breakout. So I'll know then that yes, we've broken through, and I'm very happy then to buy back here at the prices of actually let the Bitcoin go and then ride it back up again here. So that's my position. You have to come to your own conclusions. Please watch other people's videos. Okay, so let me show you 1 or 2 more reasons why I'm thinking that the prices have now topped off here at 13,200. Let's start off by looking at the Bollinger Bands. Now these Bollinger Bands here, as you can see, when the Bollinger Bands narrow, that tells you that the volatility has gone down, and every time we get a narrowing of these bands, like here, we have a massive move either to the down or the upside. So obviously recently we've had this to the upside, but look here, we're outside the Bollinger Bands. This is the orange upper Bollinger Band line. Every time we go above this line, we always have a correction. Every time we go up here, we're likely to have a correction very shortly here. But look over here. We went outside here, we came back into the band, but we did get another rise here. So that can easily happen. So that's what I'm saying. The possibility is still there, but the probability is not. And if you look left, if you keep going left, you'll realize that every time we go out of the Bollinger Bands, look there, we have a fall. Every time we go just slightly out, we have a fall. Let me go further back down. Look, very rarely, as you can see, that the price goes outside of the Bollinger Bands. And when it does, look here, there again, it goes to the side in order to get back into the Bollinger Bands again. So, and you can look over here as well, further on, it gets out of the Bollinger Bands and go, look at this, straight back in again. So you either get sideways movement and then usually down. So again here, look, it's topping off here and it goes back down. Topping off here, it goes back down. So that tells you what to expect here. So that is a very sure sign. What the chart is telling you is that now that we're at this point here, outside the orange Bollinger Band, the upper Bollinger Band line, we can expect either sideways movement to go back into the Bollinger Band or down. I'm not expecting a further rise up here for that reason. The second reason why I'm not expecting a further move upwards is because of this. If you remember, this is the 21 weekly. Let me get that onto the weekly chart. There you go. So what did we say about the 21 weekly moving average? This is the yellow line that weaves through the price over the last 10, 11 years. And what does it tell us? Look, if we just zoom out, gives us a picture. Every time we move above this line, what happens? We come back and retest it. We retest it. Go up above it and we retest it again. We go above it and retest it over and over and over. So what's happened now is we're moving quite away from this yellow line. And very shortly, maybe in the next few days, maybe next few weeks, we're going to make a fall back down to the yellow line here. By that time, it will have risen a bit higher. But at the moment, as you can see, the price is at around about the 10,700 level. Yes, it can dip down below. Sometimes, look, if you look in the bull market here, it has dipped below that to cover a further, what do you call it, price lower than the yellow line, which is a 21 weekly exponential moving average. So it can do that, and more than likely what I'm expecting is, based on this historical pattern with the weekly exponential moving average on a weekly chart, I'm expecting the price to come back down to around about the 10.5 level. And remember, we've got a gap at 9,600. So it may well be that we, somewhere along the line, come back down. So that's why I'm quite confident that even if the price goes up to 14, 15, 16, whatever level, it's going to come back down and it's going to give me another opportunity to buy back at lower levels. But in the meantime, I'm out of my positions and I'm very happy to be doing that. I just want to show you the RSI as well. If you look at the RSI, let's go on the daily chart. On the daily chart, as you can see, the RSI, we're over here, the RSI is at around 80. And if you look left, whenever we move up to about the 80, let me draw the line for you here. So at around about 80 where we're at, how many times have you seen it above 80? Look, just went slightly above here, there, before it actually topped out. Look, just slightly touched it there, topped out. Slightly up here, topped out. Slightly touched the line and went above it, topped out. And again. So what does that tell you? So for me, the chart is telling me, very quite clearly we're actually here going to be moving down here. So the RSI is moving here. That doesn't mean the price is going to come back down. It means that the price is going to move sideways to allow the RSI to reset back to its natural neutral position. So it can either do that by moving sideways or move down towards the red channel here. So let's see what happens. Only time will tell, and we need to just be patient. But I've just given you some of the reasons why I'm thinking that we've now topped out at these levels, and my expectation is that in the next few days or 7 days, let's say, we're going to be moving back towards this red channel, and this is where I will be rebuying back most of my positions. Now, one of the things that quite a few subscribers have asked me is, so what's happening with the Ethereum? And it's really quite a complicated picture, because normally when this price is rising for Bitcoin, the altcoins are normally following suit, and the Bitcoin dominance tends to remain very, very similar and going up a little bit either way. However, in this case, like I did with the emergency video a couple of days ago, when the price was moving around the 12,000 mark, I did show you my concern, because I didn't want you to be thinking that the price is just going to keep on going up, because there was a few concerns. If you look at the Ethereum chart, we can see quite clearly that while the price of Bitcoin was going up here, Ethereum was going down. But I did say in that video that it may well be that we bounce from that position, and it's exactly what's happened. Actually, we bounced, but I was very worried that we could have gone all the way back down to this purple line here, just like we did here. I thought that's what could possibly happen, and I had to bring it to your attention to just make sure that you're aware of it, and then you can make better decisions based on a wider knowledge base. So what we've done is we've actually bounced up here. So where does it go from there? Really, the picture isn't very clear, because now I'm thinking that Bitcoin is going to be coming down. Will Ethereum follow suit? So we're reaching up to this critical level, about 395, and if you look left here, you can see at the 395 level that's where it has a lot of resistance and support. So if you look left here, look, lots of resistance and support here and there, etc. And I think if you go back in history, you'll see the same. So we're coming up to a critical level. Currently it's at 398, so we're just breaking up above that. Will it close above that at the end of the week? We don't know, but certainly we need to closely monitor this. All I can do is tell you what my position is. I'm still fully invested with Ethereum, and I don't have any intention of taking any out at the moment, simply because I need to know where the price for Bitcoin is going and whether this is going to follow suit. So I'll let you know in the next few days when I do the next video. But in the meanwhile, I'm not getting out of any positions with Ethereum, because it may well be that just like when Ethereum was going down and Bitcoin was going up, it may well be that when Bitcoin comes back down, Ethereum may go up. So it's not a good situation to get out of Ethereum just because I'm getting out of Bitcoin, because there may be an inverse relationship over the next few days and you'll miss out on the gain. So that's what I'm doing. I'm in my positions, and I've got no intention of getting out unless I see something developing in the charts. Okay, so if you're looking for a trading platform to use and you haven't got one, or you've already got one and you want to add another one as an alternative, then please scroll down below our videos and you'll find that there's a tab here called Show More, and when you click on that, you'll have all the information, including the affiliate link that we have here with Etoro. And what I've done is I've given you all the good reasons why they're such a fantastic platform to use. It's very easy to actually deposit and withdraw money, as well as to actually trade on the platform. So check that one out. So we'll wrap it up there. Thank you once again for watching. Please remember, we're not financial advisors, and all our videos are for educational purposes only. If you found value in this video, then please do remember to come back up here and actually click the like button, and also to actually turn on the notification bell, as well as subscribing if you haven't already done so. So until the next time, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.